Great run for Brandon Jones to the bottom. That battle is side by side for the second spot. Ty Gibbs is a part of it as well, just behind in the fourth position. Then it's Sheldon Creed, Josh Berry, Daniel Hemrick, all knotted up from second on that.
Boy, here they come, racing hard back off turn number 3. One car goes around now. More will join, and they're going to make impact, heavy-duty impact. One car upside down and on its roof, sliding across the start-finish line. Caution flag comes out. A big crash here on lap 46. Jeb Burton upside down right in front of us.
Hard impact, went airborne, rocketed about 50, 75 feet through the air, landed on its side, went all the way over, slid on its roof all the way down past the start-finish line, and has come to a rest upside down some 40 to 50 feet past the start-finish line. Safety crews are on the scene immediately. We got Jeremy Clements pulling away with a beat-up race car. Ronnie Bassett Jr. is climbing out of his race car. It is torn up. Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s got significant damage. Santino Ferrucci has significant damage on his car as well, as cleanup is going to take some time here. And the safety team gives the thumbs up after they talk with Jeb Burton, who's hanging upside down inside the race car right now. So thumbs up from the safety team for driver Jeb Burton.
Boy, that's the last thing you want to be doing, is sitting upside down at the start-finish line. Now, again, the safety crew is right there. The car completely upside down and resting on the hood, back to the roof, the tail end of the car sticking up in the air after a wild, wild ride coming off turn number 3. Somebody got turned, brought the car down close to the inside retaining wall. Again, that same wall separating the racetrack from pit road. Burton trying to slip by on the inside, ran out of room and rocketed right up over top of somebody, using that individual as a launching pad, and Jeb Burton from that point was simply a passenger.
So the protocol for the safety teams, check on the driver. He says he's okay. They give the thumbs up. So what they're going to do now is attach the tow truck to the driver's side from the opposite side of the race car, hook that up as quickly and as safely as possible, and then they'll just simply right the car back on all fours. That way Jeb Burton can get out of the race car in a much easier fashion than he could if he was sitting like he is right now, completely upside down. But again, safety crews immediately on the scene. They gave the thumbs up after talking to Jeb Burton inside the car.
5-point safety belts holding him in place right now in that driver's seat that Todd Gordon was talking about. All of the safety measures that go into place for these race cars, and Jeb Burton right now just waiting and waiting for them to get that car righted so that he can climb out as they continue to try to work with him. Again, we are seeing a thumbs up from several down there with the safety team. So now all they got to do, and easier said than done, Alex, is to turn the car back right side up.
Yeah, that's something that these safety teams certainly rehearse. They practice it. They know exactly what they need to do in order to do it safely for everybody there, including the safety workers who are surrounding the race car. So they're just simply trying to move the car up on its left side, which is the driver's side. They've done that right now. And the bottom side of the race car, the exhaust, you can see the trailing arms, the entire bottom of the car exposed to all the race fans here on the main grandstands just past the start-finish line.
Right now it is resting completely on the left side of that race car. So Jeb Burton very close to the asphalt here on the front straightaway, just directly below us. And now with precision, the safety team and the wrecker crew lowering that car down onto all four wheels, done absolutely perfectly. And after they get the car on all four, as the crowd now begins to respond, they know what a great job is being done by the safety crew. Jeb Burton should be able to climb out under his own power.
And the Per Your Tank Lines entry. Per Your Tank Lines, a long-time business in the southeastern, or rather south central Virginia, northern North Carolina area. And there's Jeb Burton climbing out of the window of his race car, turns around, gives a wave to the fans, and thanks them for their concern and appreciation. and we can tell you Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he got out of his race car, Ronnie Bassett Jr. out of his race car, and Santino Ferrucci also out of his race car, as we're now getting our first look at this on the video boards on exactly what happened. It was Ferrucci that got loose by himself in turn number 3. Kept his foot in the gas, Jeff, and that lit up the rear tires and basically put up a smoke screen.
Stenhouse then slid down and almost hit the inside retaining wall head on. Well, the problem was Jeb Burton was trying to squeeze between Stenhouse and the wall, and Jeb Burton used Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s car to go for a wild ride that has put us under the red flag here on lap number 46. Too many cars to mention that escaped disaster, and we'll talk about a couple of them. One of them, Brett Moffitt, rocketing down pit road. Another car right in front of Jeb Burton, just narrowly missing Ricky Stenhouse Jr. But the good news is everybody out of their race car, everybody is okay. We're under the red flag again here on lap number 46 from Pocono Raceway. This is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR. We were just sitting up here debating just how far Jeb Burton slid upside down, and the consensus is about 2 football fields, about 200 yards, catapulted off of the nose of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and at that point, you're just a passenger.
Yeah, you really are. I mean, you can't fault Jeb Burton. He found an opening all the way down at the bottom of the racetrack. He was at full speed as Stenhouse was sliding nose first towards the inside wall, and simple timing got Jeb Burton as Stenhouse collected him, and that's rocketed Jeb Burton straight up in the air. Ronnie Bassett Jr., he pounded the inside wall. Santino Ferrucci, who was the car that spun initially in turn 3, he got clobbered a couple of times in the smoke down there as well. But again, all drivers are okay.
Well, one driver right in front of Jeb Burton narrowly got by the car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as he approached the retaining wall. Jeb not so fortunate. We have not been able to identify the car that narrowly escaped, and then you pointed out a major move and a good one made by Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, he nearly went head on at full speed into the big yellow sand barrels that basically act as the first line of a defense toward the pit wall that separates the front stretch from the pit lane. He was at full speed, and he was just behind Jeb Burton as Jeb hit Stenhouse and went in the air. And Brett Moffitt yanked the steering wheel hard left, took her down pit road at about a $180, and he just basically avoided hitting head on into the sand barrel. So nice piece of driving there by Brett Moffitt.